Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new here. In this video, I just wanted to quickly get in here and yap about the difference between polar, covalent, and ionic bonds. The first thing we must discuss is electronegativity. The trend is that across the periodic table, electronegativity increases as you move right and as you move up the periodic table. So what this means is something in the rightmost top corner, like fluorine, is more electronegative than anything below it and anything to the left of it. So fluorine is more electronegative than not only carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen, but fluorine is also more electronegative than chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Where we know fluorine is our winner, it's the most electronegative atom ever. So now my question is, what happens when an electronegative atom like fluorine makes a bond to an atom that's not as electronegative as itself? For example, a carbon atom. What's going to happen is the more electronegative atom is going to tug the bond like a rope towards itself. You can look at electronegative atoms as big, strong, muscly men. Muscly men. These are muscles that I'm drawing in. Muscles, if that's even how you spell muscles, whatever, you get the point. So the two atoms are going to play tug of rope, where the strong electronegative atom is going to tug the rope towards itself. This creates a dipole moment, where the more electronegative and the stronger atom is going to win the war, and what it wins is electrons. In organic chemistry, the answer is always electrons. If you win something, well, it's probably electrons. So the fluorine would become delta minus, and the carbon would lose electrons and hence become delta plus. This is the definition of a polar covalent bond. Now, the easiest way to identify what type of bond exists between two atoms is to look at the periodic table. And if you break the periodic table up in half, if you chop it in half vertically, okay? If two atoms make a bond, let's say carbon and fluorine, and they are on the same side of the chop, and they have a difference in electronegativity, so for example, chlorine to fluorine, you get a polar covalent bond. So this would be a polar covalent bond. Whereas, if you have two atoms, for example, fluorine and potassium, so two atoms that are on the opposite side of the chop, of the vertical chop, that have differing electronegativities, you get an ionic bond. And that's like the easiest way, as a rule of thumb, to identify if something is an ionic bond or a polar covalent bond, when you have two atoms that make a bond that have a difference in electronegativity. Where the difference for a KF bond is that fluorine not only wins the tug of rope, but it essentially steals the whole rope, takes it to its house, and never returns it. And the potassium never sees the rope again. So we get a negative charge and a positive charge, and we get ions. And this is ionic bond. This was just a quick crash course in addition to my TikTok that I just posted. Once again, if you like my content, please make sure to leave a like, comment, save, and or subscribe to my channel. It literally means the most to me, especially when you guys leave me comments. Like, I'm not even kidding. It warms my heart and my soul to see your guys' feedback and to see that these videos actually help people, because it motivates me to continue making these videos. I love talking about chemistry, but it really, really, really means the world to me when you guys let me know that you like the videos. And even if you didn't like the videos, it'd probably be helpful to know too, because you could tell me why, and then maybe I could improve something. So yeah, I hope you have a great night. You guys are the best. Keep chugging along. You've got this. Bye.